May we meet you? Your name?
My name is Dr. Adebayo Adefuye, permanent board member, SUBEB, in charge of special projects and nutrition and also teachers establishment department. I am also a chairmanship aspirant for the chairmanship of Yaba LCDA.
Yeah, can you tell us a little about yourself, sir, your background later?
Okay. I was born in Yaba, and Yaba for a brief, maybe like 1 or 2 months or 6 weeks thereabout. I attended St. Saviour's, a railway compound, Ebetemata, because we lived in, I think, community area, which is also Yaba. That's the Akoka side, but under Yaba local ELCDA. I attended Chrisland Primary School. From there, I went to Federal Government College Janiki. And from Federal Government Janiki, I was at Unilag and I read estate management at Unilag. Later, I have an honorary doctorate degree from University of Port Novo. That's SFAM University Port Novo. So, after the degree, I'm married with children. I have 3 children. From there, well, my journey in politics is quite a story, really, because growing up, I never saw myself as a politician at all. But you see, sometimes when you have inherent talent within you, then you pray to come across somebody like Asiwaju who will see this talent and give you that opportunity. Well, like I said, the story is quite a story because, like I said, I didn't ever think of politics. I was in the private sector, worked with the construction company for over 10 years, and then I went on my own dealing with fortune and other business endeavors. So one day in 2010, I did an interview on STV. In this interview, then President Jonathan was the president at that time. PDP was in power at that time, and I went on that interview, and I think I lambasted their budgets, spoke about them, said a lot of things that they were doing wrong at the time, and I think for that moment, a lot of people saw the interview. Even though we didn't really have much online at that time. There was no Twitter then, there was no this thing then, but I would say it went viral because a lot of people got back to me. A lot of people came to see my dad. Oh, I'm also the son of Senator Adefuye and Chief Mrs. Sumisola Adefuye. Those are my parents. So a lot of people go back to him, your son is really, wow, why don't you let him go into politics now? Why don't you bring him into politics and stuff like that? And I think at the time, from what I gather, Asiwaju sent 1 or 2 people to him, say, that your son. Who is he? I would like to meet him. But at that time, I think maybe his response was, no, I know, they are not into politics, they are not into. So at a later date, around 2015, 2016, it seemed as if Asiwaju collected my name from my father. I don't know how he coaxed it out, but he just got it out of him. But he didn't tell him what he wanted to use the name for. So one evening in 2016, around September, we just suddenly saw names, and my wife came to me, your name is coming down for sole administrator. So I called,
in Yaba,
not Yaba, just one of the, there are 57,
okay, yeah.
20 LG, 37 LCD. Yeah. So they are one of the 57 sole administrators. They didn't ascribe any local government. So I called my dad. Were you the one? He said, no, that he doesn't know anything about it. That he may call Asiwaju and find out what is going on. Because I know that he would not want somebody who hasn't had any experience with the local government, being the chairman of the local government. he would think, no, somebody, why would he do this to me? You know, he was feeling very jittery about it, but he called and his phone was switched off. So the next day
Father called Asiwaju.
He tried to call him.
Oh,
His phone was switched off. So the next day we were sworn in. So he was worried. My dad was worried because he couldn't even come for it. He thought, no, what would he do? You know? And I guess he must have said, leave him alone. Let us see what he will do. So that's how I started. So in the beginning, I think he was asked, should we bring him to your... He said, no. I think, take him anywhere else you want to take him. So they brought me to Yaba. And as soon as I entered Yaba, I think at that time God started speaking to me. And he told me, yes, I brought you here. I knowingly did not take you to your father's local government. That I want you to stand and nobody will take the glory for my work in you. And I said, God, please just show me the way. You know, I've never done this before. So I got in and I started. And I must tell you, God was really with me. Because
you did perfect.
In fact, better than I could have ever expected. It surprised everyone, including my father. By the time I was through with 13 months of being a sole administrator, not only did they want me to be their assembly member, the people called for me to stay and be with them. I also walked away with the best local government administrator in Nigeria for 2017. And this was a big milestone because, as we heard, it's always ratified by Senate, so it's not a small award at all.
Thank you very much, sir. We're back to our business. Yeah, it's all about My Asiwaju Story. I would just like you to tell me, who is Asiwaju? How you got to know Asiwaju? What impact Asiwaju has made in people's life?
Okay. Well, as I've told you, Asiwaju President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a man who is highly intelligent. He's very strategic. In fact, he's a major political strategist. I say that with all sense of sincerity because he took his party from a one state to the whole Nigeria. Now his party is the mainstream political party, and you must understand that to achieve this, especially in a country like Nigeria, is no small feat. From being the governor of just a single state to getting all the southwest states, to recovering all the southwest states, to eventually becoming the mainstream party, defeating and reducing a party like PDP, who was in their heyday was very, to a mere opposition party. You must say that this takes a lot of... He didn't use any kind of force. He didn't use gun. He didn't use anything. Just used his brain. And that is one thing we must respect the man for. He's very brilliant. So before he became president, they tried to stop him. They couldn't stop him. He became president. Now that he's the president, how are you going to stop him? How? The man is the president now. Before when he was just a leader or a citizen, you couldn't stop him from getting to the presidency. Now you want to stop him now that he's the president. Good luck with that. He is a man who has built people. He sees talent, like I said, he wants to nurture it. Unlike we have a lot of people who see talent, they see it as a threat, they want to kill it. He is not like that, and I owe my surface in politics to God and him. Because if he didn't see the talent and desire for it to be nurtured and for it to grow, I may not be here. Because I know it's a divine providence that's brought me into politics. It has brought me to the Yaba people. They love me and I love them as well. So I'm ready to do the best for them once I am in the seat of the chairman. Even before then, I've done things that they love me for. And they have told me on several occasions that nobody has ever governed us the way you have, which is why they asked me to stay behind. But Mr. President is somebody, not only do you see talent, there's what we call tested and trusted. He'll see the talent, he'll put you through many tests, make sure that you are right, because your character also has to be right for any position that you take. Because most people, if you want to know a person who's going to be corrupt, it's from his normal life before he gets into office. You can know the kind of person that person is. Or you test him with a small position. What does he do with that small position? Is what he does with that small position will be a mirror of what we will do when he gets to a bigger. So Mr. President is a natural talent. He is, as I have said, a serious political strategist. He is somebody who is no stranger to hard work. He's very, very hardworking. I think he hardly sleeps because his brain is always working. Lagos today, we owe what we are seeing today to the vision of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Because if you look at Babbage then, Maracle then, the way it is,
Yeah, I'm getting to all that. I'm getting to all that.
Asiwaju's
Babbage was a problem. All the federal government was doing then, the federal government that was headed by Olusegun Obasanjo, who is a famous letter writer. All they did then was buy sand of 4 billion and pour it. And then, before you know it, they have to do it. But Mr. President looked at it and turned a problem into a paradise. What is there now is enough to be the capital of Lagos State, the new capital of Lagos State. That is vision.
That is Asiwaju vision.
Yes, that is
why
vision.
Is that why Lagos made its continuity?
Lagos's continuity is, like I said, he's a nurturer of talent. He has put something in motion. He doesn't want it to fall into the wrong hands. He must put he must ensure that like-minded people are encouraged to be the governor of Lagos State, so that they continue with the more than 30-year plan. Because if you make
which is happening now.
If you make a projected plan and you don't see it through, it may be truncated. So, after him, it was Governor Fashola, who continued the work he started. Most of the planning was done during Asiwaju's administration. What have you? From the BRT to the rail, what have you? All was planned during Asiwaju's time. So the best thing he can do is ensure that Lagos doesn't ever fall. Lagos is the pride of the nation right now because of his meticulous planning, guidance. He has been a guardian of Lagos. So he has never let Lagos fall to ruin or any way. Even though he has raised, a lot of people have been jealous because they wonder why a man who doesn't use guns, who doesn't use all these things, is the leader of Lagos without forcing anyone. He just used his strategic mind and everybody got behind him. Everybody queued up behind him. Everybody rallied around him. The first time I saw Asiwaju that he came to my attention was when he was first governor of Lagos State. Now, as a governor of Lagos State, he brought in Enron. I remember the barges then that came from Enron. He wanted to put Lagos to generate its own power. I said to myself, who is this man Because as at that time, only the federal government was allowed to generate power. So for him to go ahead, broker a deal, try to bring them, that means he has taken a bold step that come what may, I must ensure that light comes to Lagos. He caught my attention and I marveled. From then on, every other thing he did, I marveled at. When he resisted the federal government, he resisted being bullied by the federal government because LCDAs.
That was during Obasanjo regime.
Yes, Obasanjo was the president at the time. He resisted being bullied by him. And the point whereby they withheld his allocation and Lagos did not fall apart, I doff my hat to him. That was when the man completely, in fact, I was a fan. I was more than a fan. I was like, what? They are withholding his allocation and Lagos is still running. The man does financial engineering like a wizard.
But people believe that Asiwaju, before putting somebody's in, that he likes to collect money, he wants to be a godfatherism.
No, that is only, those are rumors that his enemies that cannot achieve what he is doing, who are jealous. A lot of people are jealous. They will say all kinds of, collect money for what? The man is made. The man was made before he entered politics. What money do you want to give him? He was a millionaire in dollars. What money do you want to give him? The man is made. He does not, he sees talent, he nurtures it. He has his way. Like I say, he's one of the best chess players ever because he does his political strategy like chess. He makes allowance for any eventuality. So if you are there today and you think, oh, I'm going to betray him, he already has a backup plan. He has a backup plan for his backup plan.
Will people betray him?
Of course people betray him. But look at him, he's still standing. How many people who were governor during his time do you still hear their name today? His name quakes the whole of Nigeria. It quakes Nigeria. Ground shakes when they mention his name. People, even media outlets, when they want to sell, they will start a story on Asiwaju.
Yeah.
Because they know people are interested. And that was before he even became president. He's the only president that has given account of every single day that he has been in office. Which president has done it? The other days, once in a while, they come out and give you a speech and talk to you. But he is the only one. And it is still going to today.
Yeah. Can you tell us a few things Asiwaju made when he was
the governor
of Lagos State? Why I'm asking you this question is majority of the youths now would not know. If you look at Morocco, what Asiwaju have done there, if you look at so many places, you understand. So that the youths of now will know that Asiwaju has been there since.
The Lekki Phase 1 that everybody is raving about. Who designed it? Who brought it out? So it's Asiwaju. Yeah. The LCDA, the 37 LCDA, that everybody sees now and appreciate that, oh, there are 57 local governments. It was his design.
Asiwaju designed it.
Yes. It was his design. To allow the grassroots feel more of governance, which is why he made the LCDs. And he didn't just make them. He did everything to defend their existence because the man loves people. Lagos is too big and too metropolitan for just 20 local governments. Other states that started at the 20, some of them 44, some of them more than that. So why should Lagos, that is the center and the heart of Nigeria, be stuck at 20 local governments? Everybody who opposed him then, where are they today? The man is a maverick. Let us not deceive ourselves. I believe he is the one to change Nigeria. Well, you see, what I would say about the toolkit, I wasn't there when the contract was signed. It is a concession. And when you have a concession, that means you have conceded this place to somebody to use money to build it. And when he has built it, he can recover his money. It's not Asiwaju that will collect the money. It's the company that will collect the money because they have used funds, maybe loan, to build it. So why would people say, nah, it's good? No. Anybody who has proof, go and bring your proof, let's see. But it is wrong of you to be making such allegation without proper evidence, just on hearsay. Most people, when they talk, they said. But what is the real situation? As at that point in time, his funds were withheld. He did the best of what he could do at that time. Don't forget, salaries were paid. Everything was going on, even with which governor now, if you withdraw their allocation, that their administration will not collapse. They will tell you, teachers are waiting for their salary. Civil servants have not been paid for 10 years. This one. That's what is going to happen. This man is a thinker. So let's not, people may not have known the struggles he went through to get Lagos the way it is.
When he left Nigeria and during the Nadeko time, if you can recollect, many youths there did not know what he struggled for then when he left Nigeria.
Look, when he left Nigeria, he left at the risk of his life. He was fighting here. The military government saw him as one of the obstacles they were gunning for him. He had to leave. And even when he left, he didn't leave and leave the matter. He sent his resources to support the movement, and he fought the junta to a standstill. It is because of people like him that we have democracy today.
Yeah.
If not, it would have just been the military ruler that became a civilian president. So he did it selflessly, without knowing whether the people, when they do things like that, they will say, later I will get my... They did not know. That they just believe this fight must be fought. And he believed and he fought. He used, if you ask anybody there, they will tell you that he was one of the main people who financed the movement, and he financed it from abroad with his own foreign exchange.
When he left for Nadeko then? When
he had to go out. Because you fight only when you are alive. If he had stayed here, they may have. But because God has planned for him, Moses had to leave Egypt for him to be able to come back and pull his people out. He is like a modern day Moses. You understand? Even when democracy came, he just felt, look, let me go back. Because I know God has put that light in him. Let me go back and fight for my people. Show them the way. I have this talent. Let me go and see what. So he took a leave of absence from Mobile. And they told him, if it doesn't work, come back to your job. Because we need you. And he left. They gave him, I think, a 4 or 5 year leave of absence. And he never turned back. And since then, he has... Even people who, when he came back, showed him the way, he's now their leader. He didn't do it out of spite, but the thing there is this. When you have a vision and you have direction, people will follow you. When they see your way is the best way, they will follow you.
Even in the north.
When the northern, he has built bridges, he has made people, he has built a lot of bridges over the divide, he has built relationships because of who he is. He didn't force anybody. During the time when somebody like Ladoja, who was even in another party, they run to him because he has open arms.
He has a large heart to accommodate.
He's ready to help anybody. He spent and fought for people who have been victimized because of that Obasanjo regime. He rescued them. If not for someone like him, others would have gone into oblivion by now. So a lot of people owe their political journey to a God-sent man like President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Sir, what really attracts you about Asiwaju?
As I told you before, when he came in as a governor, his qualities, his courage,
his boldness,
his courage is fantastic. It was one of the things that attracted me. That's how he caught my attention. I'm like, who is this man? It's only federal government that can. You understand? I was just puzzled. And the more he did things, even up to the Bola Jigi, he did, whether it be millennial schools or whatever it was, every single time I marveled at everything he did. And I didn't marvel because he was the governor. I marveled because I saw through his intention. He meant well. It is only somebody who means well, who fights against what is wrong. He knows the LCDAs is for proper governance and grassroots to feel the power. The federal government wanted to crush that dream. He knows what is good for the people. And he fought to ensure that what is good for the people stays. He tried all manner of things. During the election, Obasanjo came to Lagos. Yet, the man won. He's a master strategist. Obasanjo himself had no choice than to write about him in his book. As much as he did like the man, he could not help but admire him. He is a maverick. He's a man who, like I said, every millennium you have somebody like. Let me tell you something. He's not just the most unique politician in Africa. I say in the whole world because I've not seen anybody else like him from any other country, whether it be a foreign country or an African country.
Wow.
So, you tell me, he has done so many things. When he left AD, the party he started took over. How is that? He's only somebody who is a political juggernaut that can do that. When he left the party just became just like that. And his party, wherever he was always the party. From ACD, AC, ACN, that was always the leading party. This man from 1999, he has been the number one topic. There is no day he isn't mentioned. Whether whatever it is they mention, he is just somebody that has been touched by God. And I tell you this, he is the man who will start that change that Nigeria needs. Presently, Nigeria, I'm no disregard or disrespect to any past leader, but they have mostly glossed over Nigeria's problem. Forex, they've been defending. What he has done is remove the band-aid so the wound can heal. All they do is just put more bandage, and that creates heal, and the wound gets worse. He has taken a bold step. We cannot continue to live in debt. If he had not stepped in and done some of the things he's done now, generations, few presidents down the line, it's like a musical chair. One day somebody will not have, one will just fall down on the seat. He has allowed himself to be a sacrificial lamb, so that generations unborn will see a Nigeria that they can be proud of. We need to be proud of our country. Those are things he has taught me. We need to stop denigrating our leadership and saying they are not worth it. Encourage them. Speak well about your country. I have not traveled maybe in the past 10, 15 years. Not because I can't, but I am one of those who believe strongly in this country. And I see no reason why I should be going abroad every holiday, every weekend, when I desire for my country to be better. I one of those who is passionate about Nigeria. And that spark, that divine spark, was ignited by Asiwaju. It was ignited by him because he's a God sent to Nigeria.
Yeah, Adebayo, thanks very much. I will now go to the youth of Nigeria. If you look at the youth, when Asiwaju was struggling, majority of these youth were not born. How would you advise them? How would you enlighten them?
Well, the youth of Nigeria, I think they have been greatly misled by his enemies and people who were just jealous of his stand. He's just one man. There are 200 and something million people. One man can try his best, but 200 million people need to put hands and lift this country up. We need to look at what he's doing. The youth, like I said, they are being misled. Misled because they are listening to people who have enriched themselves from this country, people who are used to profiting off the land and not allowing the people to benefit from it. Let me give you an example. Niger is natural resources. They have just declared their country maybe a tax-free country, that they no longer collect, that they will only live on their resources. You think Nigeria doesn't have resources? It has resources, but some people have been sitting on it and eating it privately. Now he's trying to get it from them, and they will push back. If some people have been profiting off corruption to the tune of several billions of dollars, do you think they will sit idly by? Why one man who says he wants to change Nigeria, we see it and just do it like that and strip them of their free money? They will fight him. They will put their blood money together and fight him. It is evident that most of the calamities that have been falling Nigeria have been man-made. They have been instigated by people within and outside Nigeria. That much has been proven. The man is fighting on all fronts. These same people are sponsoring propaganda against him because they don't want him to succeed. And unfortunately, the youth are the casualty of this. No, they are the casualty of this misconception. They have been heavily misled. They do not know who he is. They have not taken time. Sometimes even the history has been misconstrued. If not for this man, let's just say, well, let us just leave it like that. A lot of people that go abroad, they realize that Nigeria is a paradise compared to what they meet outside. They are not free in those countries. Even when you make the money, your living conditions are so difficult that you hardly get anything to send back home. A lot of them, even Europeans themselves, they are on social media every day claiming that Africa is better than where they are living. They're saying that with $400 in a month, you can get by in Africa. Why are they wasting their time there? But in your own country, every day they are running propaganda, telling you your country is not good enough, telling you that, oh, abroad is one paradise. Some of our people are led over there is sex slavery, human trafficking. Some of them, as they go there, is organ racketing that they are going to be involved in. And these noises are higher than those voices that are telling you, this is a good country. Don't denigrate your country. If you don't love your country, nobody will love it for you. You must believe in your country. As I'm in Yaba, I have refused to leave because I believe in it and I believe what Yaba can become. Those are my plans for being the chairman of Yaba. As he is, if you watch what has been going on, you see that whenever he does something, I suppose they would have done something to counter. Look at the NNPCL that he had to sack the board. He had to do it because fuel has started coming down. And part of the Naira swap they do for crude with Dangote, they were killing it. Fuel was coming back up. Can he wait for things to go bad before he does something? He has taken proactive steps. He cares about the Nigerian people. The only people, let me tell you something. Food, why was it expensive? It was not because of Mr. President.
Well, everything in Nigeria is Mr. President.
It's those that know the secrets of Nigeria that we try to be imitated. Have you blamed your local government chairman? Have you blamed the state governors? Local government chairmen are the ones closest to the grassroots. Mr. President has made sure that their financial autonomy, that they don't have to be disturbed by governors again, and the money is way more than it ever was. To the point that a local government can function like a small state. But because we have the culture of blaming Mr. President for everything, the local government chairman will sit down and will not do anything after all. They will blame Mr. President. The governors, some governors too, will sit down after all. They will blame Mr. President. That is the problem. These people are making sure that they mislead the people. Okay, when Mr. President gave senators and rep 200 bags of rice each, some of them did not give it. Some changed it to put their face and their logo on it. But nobody said, Mr. President, send this rice to you people. We must learn to ask questions. How many warehouses are being broken, are being unraveled? That food meant for the people are being kept away by these selfish individuals. Is that Mr. President? The people that are in the mines that are mining it privately and not returning anything to the federal government? Is that Mr. President? The people in the oil, dealing with the oil, is that Mr. President too? When he does anything, they always try to look for, his enemies look for a way in which this thing will be, they will misinterpret it to the people, so they will not understand what is really going on. This man doesn't sleep because Nigeria is a nation that you can't sleep over. There are different interests. Some regions will be threatening him with 2027. He has damned anybody using 2027 to threaten him. He's doing the work. He believes the work is more important than any other, than getting a second time. But how would the youth say this? This is a man who's fighting for your tomorrow. He has made himself a sacrificial lamb. You are defending the naira with borrowed money. Will the bubble not burst one day? Will it not burst one day? It will burst. On one poor president down the line. Then the creditors will not wait anymore. They will seize this, they will seize that. Then that president will be looking like the most. That is a man who has chosen to be selfless. How dare anybody say that he has done what he's supposed to do? Revenue to the states have increased. Revenue to the local governments have increased more than before. Those people at the local governments, what are they doing?
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Lastly, sir, your prayer for the president, and are you sure he's coming back for 2027 to continue what he has done?
By God's grace, he will be back for the second time in 2027.
You are full support
because he must finish this work that he has started. The student loans, subsidy removal, autonomy for the local governments, foreign exchange. You must know the real value of your currency before you can elevate it. If you don't know the real value, if you have the glossed over value like we had before, how will you increase it? They were just simply defending the currency with the dollar. He has done the right thing. Unify, make only one market instead of having parallel. So that when you know the real value of your currency, then you can work to build the value. You cannot have value unless you start producing, unless you start generating. So the others have let you believe the currency was lower during my time, but the truth about it is that one day that bubble will burst. He looked at it as a father, as a statesman, and he said, if I don't do something now, maybe 5 presidents down the line will suffer a great injustice, like musical chairs. He will sit down, there will be no chair. So he has taken it upon himself, and that is a selfless act. Nobody else has been willing to do it. He said subsidy is gone. Do you know the fight he has had to fight for removing subsidy alone? People were getting free money, and you were paying for subsidy with borrowed money. How long could that have lasted? And every single year, the subsidy amount keeps increasing. Today is 2 trillion, tomorrow is 5 trillion, tomorrow is 20 trillion. How will you do it? It needed to stop so that we can get development. Yes, initially, it will be a bit painful. When you remove bandage from a wound that you want to heal to pain you. But later on, when the wound has healed, then you feel your skin is smooth.
Your prayer for the President of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
My prayer is this: that he continues to do his good work, that the people will see his good work, just like Lagos. Lagos today is the pride of the nation that everybody is running to. He made sure he guarded Lagos with his life even. And that Lagos is where everybody is running to now and claiming we made Lagos. How did you make the Lagos? Where did you make it from? Where did you make it from? When this man had to plan and do things, had to sacrifice himself for Lagos to be what it is. That concession is just his enemies who twisted the story. Under the circumstances, it had to be a concession. The funds were seized. But he wanted development. So, if you have the money, come and develop. Toll it, get your money back. And even though the toll gate is not operating, but the company is being paid. Yes, they have to be paid because they borrowed money to build the road. You understand? The company is paid. The enemies will not explain all that to you. They won't explain it to you. But he had to do what he had to do for development. And truly, if they know what truly happened, what I pray one day is that somebody will write the true story of Asiwaju's journey. Then they will know just who he is and how much he has been to Lagos and he's been to Nigeria, because Lagos has affected the whole of Nigeria. The biggest revenue generation is from Lagos. Lagos was not the highest revenue generator before, but now Nigeria is practically living on Lagos. Who planned it? How did it happen? Whose vision was it? Who put it in motion? Who guided? Who made sure that no stupid governor sat in that seat that would have spoiled Lagos? Lagos is the pride because one man did sweat and blood over it. I stand to be corrected. So, like I said, I pray he continues. I also pray that somebody like him would come along, because
maybe
he's getting. We never know.
Yeah.
But if it's me, I will put everything on the line to make sure Nigeria succeeds. Lagos, or whether my local government, whatever, you must have a passion for serving the country, for serving your people. If you don't have a passion for serving your people, you won't be able to serve them. If you can, like me, Yaba, when I was a solo administrator, a lot of people mocked me. You went there, you couldn't even build a house for yourself, you didn't even buy a car for yourself. I said, no, I went there to serve the people. I'm not thinking, if you start thinking about personal gain, you will not do anything. You won't. You must serve the people. That's what you're there for. And that's what he's there for. I'm sorry to say, but I think the same way he does.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, this is my Asiwaju story. We are here with Dr. Adebayo Adefuye. He's our guest for today on My Asiwaju Story. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you.
Right.
Thank you.